Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go! 61, matchbox right.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200-plus?
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Give him 32 on the play. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
They'll toss it to Miller. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, check back the ladder. Watch the room. Hey, check them.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
What's up, y'all? I see motherfuckers tapping in. What's up? Yeah, this is a league game. We're going to check out this.
Ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road.
That boy is Saquon. Get busy, nigga.
Touchdown.
Get busy, young boy.
Saquon Barkley, 83 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson completes it to Miller.
Hitchens. Come on, man.
He's down at about the 30-yard line.
I don't even like what I was even in. I don't even know what the fuck.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Alpha. Yeah. Ready?
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete.
He dropped it.
Physical play on the football there. And 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Kill. Turn up. No. Hey! Mike!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. A beautiful fake. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
That boy Saquon is a demon out
there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Damn, he missed a fucking history.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little Lamar Miller.
I ain't letting him get through that.
All the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Lamar Miller, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
17 yards and a Giant first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Well, now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now we've got a Giant player
Barkley
here slow to get up
hurt.
after that last play.
Oh, my God.
We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd and 7, Jones to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back.
You ain't going nowhere.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot.
Oh, Saquon not coming back? Oh, my God.
He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Saquon not coming back.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson.
Pick the ball, man.
Incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing is Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Under 10, under 10.
A first down carry now for Miller. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Watch the back, watch the back. Hey, check. Hey, easy. Check. Screen, check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. This is Miller. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Giants.
No, Giants.
Golden Tate in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20.
Can I get a
as his
fumble,
guys will set up
please?
shop at the 23-yard line.
Yeah.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Wilson. A battle for it here, and this will be caught.
I missed a sack.
16 yards
Wow.
the gain there.
I missed a sack.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
14.
On second and 11 now. Wilson, and his throw is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. Third down here.
Pick the ball, man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. There's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on second and 8, Wilson. Incomplete.
Wilson's pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a third and 8. From the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Check. Watch 54. Mike 5-4. Easy.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyler Fackrell. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Hey, echo. Ready?
Off play action. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Mike 5-4. Oh, Kappa! Now!
Fit the colorway, bro. Y'all know I rock colors.
Hey, Wahoo!
I had some.
Throwing on first down. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down. Now Jones on third down. And Tate's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Shit, I should wait 1 more quarter. It's almost over.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they're going to decline that and choose to bring up 2nd down.
So did you feel like maybe this is just a mistake that they don't take the penalty here? Either that or they feel like their defense just cannot be moved on very well, and they'd rather go ahead and use the downs.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Oh, they're on him too quickly. And
yes, sir. Good fucking block, Julian Love.
In for the score as his guys continue
good fucking
to
shit.
pour it on. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocked another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff
good fucking shit, Julian Love. That was all used to. That boy does it all on defense.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Go. Hey. 14.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
I don't even know what
And
that
his
is.
guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Jones now off the play fake. Now he'll escape to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game.
And this is caught, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit on loose football.
And he gets the ball. He didn't get touched, though?
Now as he brings this
Oh,
thing all
my
the way back
God.
inside
They
the
just
20.
cheated me.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach
He,
these
look,
things,
he didn't even get touched.
You want to make
That's
sure you
crazy.
have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception,
That's
are
a
you
toss,
a little bit
you know
more
it.
cautious when you
Yes,
start
sir.
that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Ready? 60 or 54. Line 54. Go. Go.
Jones throwing on first down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
First down,
Giants.
Look, squeeze. Ready?
Here's Jones on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard.
We're going to get the pass. We work on our passing since Saquon gone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing Jones. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted.
Fumble, give me that.
Dunbar with a pick.
That's because he's on his back foot. Damn, I had to, though.
Football back. The CD, I know it's just his
Damn.
second year in the league as a
That's my
quarterback,
bad.
but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Miller. And he goes nowhere.
Fucking
He'll
D.
lose
Julian
yardage
Love,
back at
I'm
the
telling you.
17.
That nigga should
This
win
will
Defensive
be
Player of
a
the
loss
Year.
of
No
3,
cap.
and now a
That
much
nigga
tougher
is
third
a
down
fucking
looming.
dog.
The Seahawks on third down.
Watch
They've
this.
converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. It's caught.
Jump that shit, man.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That shit ain't gonna work again.
There's Wilson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Now Wilson on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
Julian Love.
The arm strength there,
That nigga defensive player of the year, man.
Just nothing there again.
Ah, damn, this nigga cold. He's like an 84 overall.
Interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really
They made me do that shit. Damn.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point up and through by Myers as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Able to slither by. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 25 yards that time. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Hey! Go Mike 50, Mike 50. Get ready now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Good catch.
And that will be incomplete.
They cheated me.
Well, they weren't scared to let
They
it
cheating,
fly,
man.
it falls to the ground and
That's
brings
supposed to be
up
a
4th
catch.
down. 4th quarter, you've got the
They on
big
some
lead. If you're
bullshit with me
coaching,
right now.
Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That's sick how he's supposed to catch that.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message?
Shit. I don't even know how they're going to get through that bitch like that.
Lorenzo Carter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. A big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the
another one, man.
Saying, hey, put those points
Saquon, that's all I'm tripping off of, man. He got hurt.
It makes their job that much easier.
It's cool.
They're scoring that many points allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they
throw
will
the
head
ball.
back home
Cool. You see the
next
stats.
week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Along.
Dang, he's going to win Player of the Week again. I got to see how long my boy out for, huh? About to see. Oh, he coming.